Hey, good afternoon. I'm going live with Yuko. This is Yuko. I'm always saying Yuko. It's Yuko. This afternoon, and we'll see how it goes. She's quite a lady. She's fascinating. She's so energized. She's pumped. She's just a nice person. She's very helpful. She shares easily. She really loves helping others. I have been touched with her generosity and telling, the way she will, if you mention that you have something that's going on with you, immediately you'll find that Yuko will jump in and say, I can help. I know how to do this. And it is such a lovely thing to hear from someone because sometimes we're not sure if we want to help or assist somebody else, but it doesn't seem like she's like this. I'm not does not think she's just not like that. So she's really really cool in helping others. So I'm going to send her an invite and see what happens. Here she is. I send her and see what happens. Hi, Yuko. Hey.
Hi, Tessa,
Hi.
Tessa-Marie.
How are you this afternoon?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. How are you doing?
Oh, good, good.
I was just telling everybody how so helpful you are. The things that is not in your bio. That
Oh,
helpful, you're kind, you're easy to please, that just want to help, and you enjoy everything. Every day you have a big smile and it's happy Monday, happy Tuesday, happy Thursday, whatever the Yuko is telling us about it. Hi Sharon.
thank
How
you. Yeah, oh, I just had a live with her. Thank you so much. Thank
So
you so
I'm
much.
so happy to, it's such a pleasure to have you. I wanted to talk to you, and the first time we did a live, I don't know, we've done so many different lives, so many
I
different,
know.
I don't know what our live was all about, but I just wanted to, this time I wanted to touch base with you on things that is just a little bit different
Okay,
because
okay.
there's a lot of
Just gonna.
things that you do, and one of the things that
Mm-hmm.
fascinated me about you, and I want to know why.
I'm just gonna go this way. Sorry.
So
Just gonna change. Yep.
that's okay. So my big answer, my big question is why. Your big thing is courage.
Yeah.
That's your core. Your core. That's your one word, right? Courage.
Mm-hmm.
And and why did you choose courage? Tell me.
Uh, okay. So actually, my one word, I first ones originally I have two one words. Be yourself and encourage.
Yeah.
Right? So they're kind of, I need a courage to be myself too,
Okay.
right? And if I have a courage, I can be myself. That's it's kind of like, relate to it. So I I find it's like it's for me, I really want it. That's why, and I need to work on it. I know I have it, but I think I lost it somewhere. I used to have it, like I've told you before, right? And then I lost it, some courage. So I need back again.
You
And
need,
I realized, yeah, so that's why I just put a courage.
now that's why I wanted to ask you specifically about courage because
Hmm.
you came to Canada as a young woman.
Hmm.
I don't know how old you were at the time when you came. You did not come with family. You came by yourself. And
Yeah, yeah.
you couldn't speak a word of English.
Just a little bit basic, hi, how are you?
Well,
That's it. Yeah,
exactly. So,
yeah.
and there you are. And you took that opportunity to come and, get there
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
to come to Canada. And now you're here. I look at it and I think that is a courageous move. That's
Yeah.
a long way, different culture, different language, and maybe the weather not even as nice.
Hmm. Hmm.
so, so that, to me, that took courage. So when you said you were lacking it, or I didn't realize at the time. Did you feel that you were courageous to take that step?
You know what? Not really. I didn't really feel I have to have a courage to take that step. I was really, I think at that time, I was 24. And then I worked in a hair salon, same salon for 5 years. And then I wanted to have some change. I was 24, and then just like, I need something for change. And then there is a little advertisement on newspaper. Would you like to come Canada? Would you like work in Canada? So I just like, this is it. I have to. This is calling me. So I contact the phone number. It's in a new little, like only like a little bit newspaper. And then just like, I just kind of like didn't even think about it. Oh, I have to have a courage to come here. Like kind of driven by something.
What's
And
that?
then, yeah.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, no, no, it's okay. Oh, well, and then like, that nobody, my family, it came anyway, being to outside Japan. So like everybody, my uncle, my aunt, and my mom, like everybody said it's bad idea to come to Canada. And then just like, you should read, you have to think about it. It's like very scary place. It's not safe outside Japan. You don't even speak language. What do you think? What are you losing your mind? And then, like when you're young, the more like family and somebody just against, and just like the more I feel like, no, I want to try. I think something.
So,
And
so when I look at it, or somebody has listened to you, that takes courage, especially when you have all that quiet noise.
yeah,
I call it the white noise. Everybody's telling you all the reasons why you shouldn't go to Canada. Why, hi Rosie, how you shouldn't do those things. And
hmm
and to do that though, to take the step with all the adults in your life, you're 24 years old and you're coming here and you're taking the chance to come to a country that is so different from Japan.
yeah, yeah.
So when you came here, did you ever have any that you had made a mistake, or you felt like you should go back? Did you ever feel that type of tugging? I miss home, I miss my family.
Not at all. I had so much fun. Well, because like I had 1 year, it's called working holiday visa.
Okay.
So when I came Canada, I was told you're allowed to only stay 1 year,
Okay.
the work visa too. So I just like, I never lived by myself. I always lived with my family. I wanted to have a freedom, right? So I just like whole 1 year, I never miss my family. I hate to say. I just like I had so much joy. And then just like, because I think it's just like I felt really free. Like
Mm-hmm.
if I was in Japan, say I was 24, like, I had too much fun with anybody. And then like just maybe the people starting talking about like, oh, you shouldn't do that. You're women, you have to behave better. So when I came to Canada, I just like, you know what? I don't have to worry about everybody's judgment. I'm
So,
here. So I just didn't think about missing family, nothing actually.
well, that was
It,
good. And when you said earlier when we were speaking that you chose your first word, and was you had the first word, then you went to courage, to be yourself. So be
yeah,
yourself was your first word.
yeah, first
So
word.
when I
Yeah.
listen to you, you already are yourself because you stepped out of the box. As you said, your
Hmm.
family never left Japan, and you jumped out of the box, and here you are. So you already being yourself. Then you said, "I thought I lost my courage."
Yeah, yeah. I thought
Okay,
I lost my college courage. Yeah,
yeah.
somewhere. Like I think it's like start to like, mid 30s, like after I have kids. I think just starting feel, I think so many, I should be responsible for so many things. Like, it was so busy raising kids, taking care of, I mean, like I was so busy work and family. And then I was so busy please everybody else.
So
And
you
then, yeah,
so you found yourself like you lost yourself. So you
yeah, kind of like, you know, okay, I wish, like, you know, say, I want to have, how do I say? I'm sure like some people so related to it, but it's like, I I want to say no. I want to just like, it just like stop moving, but I'm doing it. Like, because I feels like I have to do it. I don't know how do I say, how do I put it?
You felt like
Like,
you always had to help or please or
yeah,
do.
yeah. Like I have to taking care. I'm the one has to take care of it. Like I always felt that way. So I had to say, I couldn't really say no to so many things.
So what would happen to you if you came to the point where somebody you could say no? Would you ever attempt to say no? Like, would you, what excuse you give if you didn't want to do something?
I try to spend my time to come up excuse. I just like, oh, what should I say that? Maybe I can say maybe I'm gonna wait till last minute. I'm gonna just tell them like, you know, oh, I have bellyache or some family emergency. You know, I just couldn't say, I just didn't want to say no. And then it's just because I just didn't want to disappoint the people. I feel bad to disappoint the people and disappoint myself.
So
It's like,
that's where
yeah,
you felt you had lost your courage because you.
yeah, I think so.
How
And
are
then
you
like
how are you doing with it now? Now that you.
now it's much better because I realize simple things. I wanted to speak up. That's fundamental things. So now when I starting to speak up, like when I'm tired, I say no to maybe, you know, not from the things, but you know, how do I say? Say like maybe the home. Like say when I'm really, really busy and then maybe this is a great example. Like, okay, I'm cooking. I was cooking and I was so busy. I can't just leave kitchen. But I had to hang laundries in the basement. All right. And then I wanted to ask my husband, but I just kind of, I don't know, he wants to hang laundries for me, like my bras, my underwears. But I just like, you know what? I have to have a courage to ask him. Like, you know, maybe he's gonna say no. He's gonna just say like, why do I have to hang your like underwears, you know, those ones. So I just like, but you know what? I'm really busy. I have to have a courage to ask him. So I just like, I was so surprised. It just happened like a couple of weeks ago, but I was so surprised. What came up from my mouth was, I asked my husband, can you help me hang laundries? And it doesn't matter. I like, you know, how much, you know, it doesn't matter. I'm not picky, you know, my bras, my underwear, please hang them for me. Please be creative. Show me your creative side.
You told him that.
And then like when I was just I find it's like really I don't know how do I say, like I just like what I was so stunned what I said that, but he just like, okay, yeah, no problem. So he was just hanging my bras and everything. And then a couple of days and then like, you know, later on I went there and then of course he didn't hang the way I wanted. You know, the bras like this and that, right?
They were
But I
dry. They were dry.
they're dry. And then I just like, you know what? It's like if I like it's like I had a fear of asking. But but I had a courage asking. I don't know. I should tie it
Well,
into this,
yeah.
but if I can ask if I don't think too much before. Like if I don't think too much, oh, if I ask him, maybe he's gonna say no, he's gonna start making excuse, which is just everything just creating in my head.
But you don't know that unless you ask.
No,
So
no.
what about if you had to ask a friend to do something or to go somewhere or something with you? How would you feel about that?
Sometimes
or
it
to help you with something.
to asking help
Yes.
to my friends. You know what? I starting to feel a little bit better, but I used to have a hard time to even asking for the ride, asking for a ride. Say we have only one car, so say like when my husband has a car, I'm in at work, right? When so say like my friend asked me, "Oh, would you want to go for a ride? Would you want to go for lunch?" And then like I just like, yeah, but it's like I don't have a car. Can you give me a ride? It's like it was kind of hard for me to ask until a couple of years ago because well, I was gonna do it like I was gonna manage to drive myself. Means I gotta get up early, give my husband's ride, right, to
Okay.
work, drop him off, and grab a car. But it's I find it like it's my friend. They are happy to help me out. They don't mind to help me out.
So you learn that. You learn to get to that point.
Yeah,
But you are a
yeah.
very generous person from all movement makers. Anytime somebody wants some help, you're the first one there.
Yeah,
And
I
you
love to
always
help.
try. You have helped me. And it's really, grateful to do that. Another thing
Yeah.
I wanted to ask you, you have such a fantastic imagination. You're a hairdresser, but you have this creative side of you that with food. You have so much fun. You're very creative with your food. Tell me a
Oh,
little.
thank you.
Tell me a little about that.
Food? Oh, you mean talking about, oh, okay, because I always post about what should I eat, good something,
Not
right?
what should you eat. You post most often these delicious things like
Thank you.
your homemade sushi and all your dishes that are just to die for. Your buns and all.
Yeah. That comes from I like feeding people.
So it's another giving thing of you.
Yeah, that's right. Good way of coaching, Tessa-Marie.
But the amount of food that you cook,
Giving.
how can you? There's only four of you. It looks like
I know.
you could feed a village.
Well, you remember like my son, he's joined army too, right? So I
Oh,
always make fun of it. Like he feed the army.
in an army. But to tell me about the creativity, because some of them are so fascinating, like the sushis and the other things and what you put with them and all of that.
Yeah, all of that.
Where did
Just
that come from?
where that come from? Actually, that come from since I was little
Okay.
because like my mom, she she's a good cook, but she didn't cook much. So and then I'm a middle child. My brother, me, and my sister. So I am always most of the time I am making maybe I remember since I was 8, I was making breakfast for my brother and sisters. And or I was making lunch for my brothers and sisters. Or at even like weekends, I was making lunch for my sisters and brothers, right? So that's natural to me. And then uh, be creative is I can almost cook anything when I open the fridge and I know what to cook. So that comes from my mom didn't really cook much, but we're always hungry. We have to survive. And then and then also we were very poor. I grew up really poor. So I couldn't even have any like, spending money much to go to the store. So always what I always have to create something in the house. And then by creating something food, right? And then I feed my friends and my brother and sister and they were so happy when I cook. It doesn't matter like fried rice, soup, whatever. So that's why that's where it came from. Like be creative. It's fun. And then, like you start to say from cabbage and ground beef. And then like what can I cook from this? Like I can cook probably 3 4 meals. It's in my head, right? Like cabbage rolls or like all the different things. So it's fun. Like I just like to serving people.
But it shows in what you do when you make all these different types of foods and then you put it on display. It looks so delicious, like
Thank you. Thank
so.
you.
So and
Yeah.
then, but okay. So you had this gift and the love for cooking.
Yeah. Yeah.
So why not a chef instead of a hairdresser?
Yeah. I don't know. I just didn't have a passion to be chef, to be
Okay.
cook.
So
But
yeah.
if if I had a choice to another job, I shouldn't say chef, but maybe I'll have like small diner.
Mm-hmm.
I I I like to connect with like just everyday people.
Okay.
So I'll have a little restaurant and then just only maybe 4 or 5 tables or like 4 or 5 chairs. So I'll just gonna cook like home style something too, right? So I would do it if I could do it. That's another choice.
That's
If I
another.
didn't, yeah.
But you do hairdressing, and do you get the opportunity to do something different? Like your clients do any fancy styles, or can you show your creativity while you're doing hairdressing?
Creativity. What do you mean, like
Well, sometimes you see these styles that some of the hairdressers create, and since you
hmm
already have that gift in your food, do you transfer it sometimes, or do you want
hair?
to transfer it to hair sometimes?
Uh, probably. I'm more likely. I don't really care for coloring, like highlights or coloring the hair. I would rather create the shape.
So when you say explain that to me.
Like I like to create, oh, I don't know. I like to create the shape. Like say like updos, the Christmas party, the long hair.
Mm-hmm.
And then I could picture it to shape where the hair goes here and that and that. I just love to create the shape.
Okay. So do you see the shape when you see the hair, or do you see the shape before you see the hair?
I see the shape before I see the hair, actually. Almost, I think.
So that is really, really good because when that person shows up with that hair and you can see the shape, how do you transfer? Because they can't. So how do you
Mm.
transfer the information to them so they get it?
Well, sometimes I use mannequin
Okay.
to show,
Mm-hmm.
right? I make it show mannequins, or I have an image, so I find a picture from phone, or I show my Instagram account, and then this is what I'm gonna make. What do you think? I show the picture,
Mm-hmm.
right? So yeah, I kind of like to create like probably same things of food. When I see, say like I said, cabbage,
I
I
understand.
like I
So
like
it
to
all
create
comes
the
back,
shape.
so it really does all come back to food.
I love. I know. I I I like feeding. Actually,
You like
I
feeding.
cannot eat a lot, but I like feeding people.
Okay.
I
So
like
so
serving
so
people.
you see the design, like you see you're going to design food, you see the designing of the hair is something like that. Like you can create.
Yeah. The creating part is similar, I think.
Okay.
Like, you have to have a patient little by little to
So
create stuff.
so if you had a choice, know that you can do those two things and you're independent,
Yeah.
what would be the thing that you would love to do?
Oh,
I
that's
personally don't believe there is anything called a dream job. I think as far as I'm concerned, your dream job is to do what you want, whenever you want, however you want. So if you had a choice, what it is you would like to do now?
now. I still want to keep doing hair, maybe once a week. And now is that's a great. And then also I want to just I don't know, but it's always I want to have a like be a hairstylist still. Like I want to work 1 day a week, and then if I could do that, I would have a small diner.
So you have those two needs, you have those two these things that you love. So they're both there. So
I know.
you can't choose. So you dabble in both. Does that give you satisfaction? Do you feel good about what you're doing now?
You mean like hair?
Your hair
Hair?
and all this extravagant cooking that you do.
Yeah, yeah, I feel good. You
You
know what? Yeah, I love to please people, I think. Like I'm a people pleaser. Sounds weird that way, but I love to see when the hair is done. I love to see their smile.
okay?
And then when they
So
eat,
that
when
is
they
your
eat,
satisfaction of serving
I
others
think so. Yeah. That's the core. I when they eat something, I love to see their smile.
when they eat
Yeah, after
and
they
when they
eat. Yeah.
okay. So what if in case so you would choose those two things, but you can't have both. And I know right now you're doing what you call it. You're doing some coaching on courage. How is that working with you? Those people that you're coaching.
Ah, how's it working?
Do you like it? Do you enjoy doing
I
it?
do I do like it. I do like it because I love to see their smile.
So it's all the smile is what comes
I
out of
think
it.
so. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, that's
I
really
think so.
good. And
I
that is
love your questions.
too many of them.
No, but
I am
you know what?
I have been fascinated by your cooking a lot. You know that. I've told you that. And I love your enthusiasm for just for living. You just seem to be bold, but yet you tell me you lost your courage. And all I hope is that you do find it. And I cannot wait to see what you will do when you find what you think you've lost. I don't think you've lost it. I think it's there.
So yeah,
And
yeah.
if there's something you would like to do better, what it is you would like to do.
Uh, I want to do better speaking. Speaking.
Speaking,
Explain. Yeah, speaking. Like, expressing, speaking, encouraging. Like, like using words. Like, lots of words. Expressions or like you of course like in your life, Tessa-Marie, you read it so many books and you study too, right? They wrote these same things. I know. Speaking, I want to just be better speaking both
but
Japanese and English, so
speaking comes like
hmm
speaking comes from inside. Like
yeah.
I have very different feelings about those things, and because of that, sometimes I cannot say it, but to somebody. And no matter what you do, like I really think your chakras are important. That as to me, if you don't wake them up, then you're not going to live the life you want to live. And you know what the chakras are, right?
Yep.
So the chakras are important. And the only way you're going to connect with your speaking, I believe, that's just my opinion, is to be able to dig deep and bring out that emotion.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't have to shout. You don't have to dance up and down, but you must feel it. It must come from
hmm
inside of you. It's almost like you know when you watch the lotus blooming, if
hmm
you are there just in time as it's just opening, right? So that is what I feel like. So when I speak, um, it's easy because I connect to something that's deeper. And I also don't, I have an attitude of I really don't care what anybody thinks.
I
So that,
admire for that.
so that's a bit tough for a lot of people to take.
Yeah.
So then in some cases I come on too strong, but that is just who I am. So I cannot modify that because it's blinding for you. I won't
hmm
insult you, but I will not stay where I'm not happy. If I'm not contented, if I'm not at peace, I just don't go.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of things that I do that is maybe a little bit more self-centered than you are. I love to cook. I love to feed. I love to share. I love to do it. But then there's certain things I don't want to do, and I just wouldn't do it. And if I must, I'd rather hire somebody to do it than do it.
Yeah.
So when you talk about the passion, you talk about when I speak, I bring out that passion. I think one of the things, that's just my opinion, you should
Mhm.
practice is opening your chakras.
Okay. How
You
do I
should,
do that though?
there is one of the guys that's really good for it. His name is Jason Stevenson.
Jason Stevenson. Okay.
It's not if a V, it's PH. Stevenson with PH.
Yep. Yep.
So, and he has one opening your chakra for a beginner. And it's very important. And he does it really well. And if you listen to the description of these chakras, when you're hearing it, it will give you, it emboldens you. It also calms you.
Mm-hmm.
Because they need to be awakened. Like, you need to have them healthy. And it's a process you can do every day. It does not take long. Once you know the system, all you do is connect with them and you just see them as they are. And they're light, right? So chakra number 1 is your hi Zan. Chakra number 1 is red. It is a solid grounding chakra. It's as if your connection to the earth.
Okay.
And then the second chakra is this orange, the bright orange light. So that chakra is powerful. Just they all have their place to play, their job to do. So to bring out your emotion, that chakra is going to be the connection. Your creativity comes from there. Your passion comes from there.
Orange?
Yes. So
okay.
Your pleasure comes from there. But that's where you create.
Yeah.
And if you ever read that book, Think and Grow Rich.
Okay, I've heard the name. Yeah.
If you read that book, he doesn't talk about chakras, but he talks about pleasure, and he tells you if that can be turned over to become your creativity and to feel it. So you see the same energy you have. So that's chakra number 2. So number 2 goes up to your navel. And then from your navel to your diaphragm is chakra number 3. And that is your not Napoleon here. And that is your determination to stay on, persistent. I'm going to do it. So above your navel to your diaphragm, that is where you hold on and you're going to do it. Then the 4th chakra is your heart chakra for love and the beauty of love and everything. Not love only in a sensual, just love on a whole, right? Then your fourth chakra is it the 4th? No, your 5th chakra is the throat chakra.
It's right here. Okay.
But that's speaking out, saying what you have to say.
Yeah.
That is the one. In a lot of people, they need to open it.
I know.
And that color is blue. So I forgot this one here is yellow. The middle one, the 3rd chakra is yellow. The 4th chakra is green. That's your love chakra, heart chakra. And then, no, heart chakra, I'm sorry, son. I'm very sorry. It's not red. The red is your grounding chakra. I know that. No, the heart chakra is green. And I don't care what you say. So Zan, go back.
Zen is always red. It's on fire.
It's not red. No correction here. And your blue chakra is where you speak.
Yeah.
Yes. And then the 3rd eye is like you have 2 eyes where you see. And the 3rd eye is what you see that is not being seen with your naked eye.
Okay.
So it's all, you were guessing, really, Zan.
I love that.
I'm going to bring your neck. So, and that one, your 3rd chakra is the one that you see is like maybe intuition. You see what isn't there. But like what you cannot see with the naked eye, the sense, you know? And then, is there brown? No, there is no brown chakra. And then the connection. So that one is the purple or magenta type of color. And then the 7th chakra is your connection to God, which is some people see it white. Some people see it as a light purple, and that is how you get the connection to God, which feeds all your other chakras.
So purple.
Yes.
See, Zen is it purple? He just make a comment. How about purple? Yes,
it's not quite purple, but because this one there is more purple. The 3rd eye is more, but it's a lilac or something like that. But some people see it like that, and there are people who see it as completely white. I have always seen it as white. So
you can see it.
You can actually, after a while, you can feel it, and and you will wake them up to the point that you will almost feel like they're talking to you, like they wake you up. Your especially the third chakra, the one for persistence, determination, um, and the throat chakra is the hardest one to open. Because a lot of people cannot speak about it. They look like the rainbows, and I'm going to punch.
Then.
Thank God. Yeah, they look like the rainbow.
Oh my gosh.
So the hardest one to open is that. But it's fun. If you're looking to get more into it, practice opening your chakras.
Yeah,
But look at it. He has one for beginners.
Yep.
And it's really good. You can do it lying down. You can do it standing. But you should listen to it maybe lying down.
Okay.
Put it on your headphones and listen to it. You will fall asleep with it, which is really good.
Is it like on YouTube too?
Yeah, it's on YouTube.
Okay, I'll search.
On YouTube. You search for Jason Stevenson,
Jason Stevenson, right? Okay, I'll remember that. Yeah, if I forget the name, I'm gonna watch. You always upload this one on YouTube soon anyway, right after.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
But it's easy to remember. I'm sorry.
I'll send it to you. I'll get it and I'll send it to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, really good. But anyway, so it was really interesting. We had a nice talk. It was calming. It was really good. I wanted to know the you that was behind the Yuko.
It's good. It's like sometimes, you know what? I don't even realize it.
You don't realize
right? Until somebody else start asking.
No, it's important. It was because when you talk about courage, and I'm thinking you're coming from Japan and you're telling me you lack courage, so you don't. I don't think you lost it. I think it's a different type of courage. Being a mother and running a family and a home, it requires tons of courage. Especially in your case, you had 2 boys, so there you were with 3 men. You know.
Yeah.
So that is quite different. So
yeah.
So I don't think so, but I love what you do, and you have a lot to share because you're so busy. You get involved and you're running that channel forever, and the Japanese channel. And many times I come on to see when you're doing your thing in Japanese. I don't understand it, but I love how your face goes, your hand goes. So you have passion there. You're showing it there.
I do. Yeah, Japanese it's easier to express because I can speak better too. Right? In English, I'm working on it. In English, I have to think what I am going to say first.
Well, English is a hard language to learn. You say it's one of the most difficult language to learn, and because they'll have several words that sound the same, but they're spelled differently.
Yeah, it's like I still do. I mean, yeah, it's hard to speak, make a lot of mistakes, but. Now I starting to, like Evan said, if you have a fear, right? If I have a fear, if I don't have a courage to speak up or just do something, he said, fear and try, right?
Yeah.
So
Zan found it for you. Just send it to her. Send it to me. DM her.
Then he's like your assistant today. He's your assistant. He's just like, oh, like you.
I know, that's so nice. And thank you. Without you, I would never know that the heart chakra was red.
Zan's chakra is rainbow.
Zan's heart chakra is red. Passion. This is red. Zan is all into passion.
Everything, yeah.
It's red.
Everything is red. Everything is red. But you know, but you know what? Thank you for helping me out because I know I didn't even think there was a courage. When I was 24, I came to Canada. I always thought there was passion.
Well, maybe it was. But it took courage and passion, determination, and want to, especially when families are saying no. So, or you shouldn't. It's not the right place for you. You're a female. Stay home. We'll find you a rich husband.
Yeah. You know what? One of my aunt, she brought, like, you know, in Japan, there used to be matchmaker things. Like, you know, the relatives bring some matchmakers, right? And when I was like 22, 23, my aunt, she said, you know what? You have to think about getting married. You know, you're already 22, 23.
You're an
And
old maid.
it's just like, what? But she said, there is a guy, he owns island.
Uh-huh. And yes, same goes.
It's like, he has a money, his family
Uh-huh.
has a business, own big island. It's
Uh-huh.
just like, no, I don't want to marry. You know, I want to just do something, you know.
But anyways, you did what you wanted to do, and here you
I
are.
did.
And
Yeah,
you're in a wonderful country enjoying all the snow that we have today. So
I know. Yeah, it's
that's
snowy.
pretty good. Yeah, it's snowing.
Yeah.
But it's nice talking to you, Yuko. We have gone for almost an hour,
Oh my
22.
gosh, it's
Yeah, I
crazy.
know.
Sorry.
No, no, not sorry. It was
Thank
interesting.
you for
I wanted to know more about the Yuko that was inside of you, the real you, the one that's
Yeah.
dying to come out.
Oh,
So,
please, just
so
help me out.
you have there. You're all on your way already. Like Evan said to you, you step into the fear. You just walk into it. Here you come. I've conquered it. But I will remind you about the chakras, and you can ask questions, and I will answer you because I I open my chakras every day. I do that every day. I
That's
keep them
amazing.
I keep them active every day because that is what sustains me. It's all those little things that make you enjoy being who you are. Because
Yeah.
if you don't do that, that's the blue chakra.
I thought he has to go, but he's still with us.
Yeah, I know. I think he just is in love with the two of us being there. So he's keeping us because that's the blue. Yes, that's your speaking chakra. And I'm sure yours is open, son. Yours is wide open. There's no lock on your speaking your throat chakra. So take it.
Oh
So
my
anyway,
gosh.
thank you so much, everybody, for joining us.
Thank
I
you so
enjoyed
much.
the chat with
Yeah.
you, and I'll see you tomorrow at 9:30. I'm your guest. I can
Right?
imagine what
Is
you'll
it?
have to say.
Yeah. Is
Zan, you
it
better
tomorrow?
come and don't
I
interrupt.
Yeah, no problem. But I think it's on Thursday, isn't it?
Thursday, yeah, Thursday at 9:30.
Oh, that's good. That's good. You
Yeah,
made me like,
Thursday,
what?
Thursday. So that will be nice. I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow. I don't know if I have someone. I never remember. I have to look at my calendar. Without my calendar, I would be lost.
That's okay. I'm same way.
You know, my calendar, it has everything. My whole life is on this
Yep.
one calendar page.
Do
And so,
you, so you paper, pens, you write down?
no, no, mine is on my iPhone, my computer, my iPad, the same thing. Everything is in there.
Wow.
So
Wow, that's good.
once I do it on the phone, it transfers to the laptop, it transfers to the iPad, everything. And I write everything in there. If not, so I take it off my mind. I've always been like that. When we had paper, I used paper. But once they developed these things, I started using them and I love it. So I don't have a separate calendar for my personal and for the business. Everything I do gets scheduled in there and it's done. I can pick it up in the morning and I know what I have to do, where I have to be and when. When I first talked to Angela, she had several and I looked at it and I was dizzy. When she showed me all the, oh my goodness, I couldn't do that. So I have this one and everything fits in there. And I want to, so I look to see what if I have anything to do at 5 or 6, and I know. And then I just go from there. So it's always open on my iPad all the time.
Wow, you're well organized and you're not, yeah, good.
I enjoy knowing what to do. Or
Yeah.
how to do things. I don't like disorganization, and I cannot rush. If you want, it takes me longer. I take a long time to get ready. I don't like rushing. I don't like to be late. And I don't like waiting for people who are late.
Yeah, I know what
So
you mean now.
I
Yep.
think it's very disrespectful if somebody has a time and you don't show up. So I look at it that way, that if you tell me 9:30 and I show up at 9:40, terrible. And besides that, there's a mystical thing about time. There's a belief in mysticism that if you have a time and you say, I will do this at this time, that the energies of the earth and the angels or whatever you believe comes together to make it happen for the best for you. Because we all have energies that are with us all the time.
That's why it's good when you want to do something. It's just like you already set up the date and time or something.
And be
Even
on
if,
time. So somebody that comes, you have to be there at 2, so get there at 5 to 2. And that's what I like. Because I know that your energy can change, because the time changes, energy changes. So you have to be with the energy as it's happening. And if you open your mouth and you say, I will be here, you're committing to a time. And everybody that is supposed to help you shows up. And you are the person that requires the help, and you're not there. How does that look? So that's why I like being on time. So before we go for another 6 hours, we better let this go.
I know.
Because my throat chakra is open, Zan.
Okay. I know.
So
All right,
talk to you.
yeah.
So it was a great thing. And thanks everybody for joining in. Corinne and Patrick and
Thank you, everybody.
Esmeralda and Rosie and Zan. So thank you. Talk to you guys later. Bye.
All right. Thank you, Tessa-Marie.
I'll send you a copy of this, okay?
Yes, please.
All
Thank
right.
you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye, Zan.